welcome back to Winners Bracket Round 2. Status Quo is up 1-0 over Authority, and now we are jumping in to capture the flag on Countdown.
And we just want to make it clear that we do not know the game types in order because all these teams have to do the veto system.
Yep.
So a lot of times we're going to cut to commercial break and let you know what they decide after. But we're probably going to start seeing some tendency with certain teams, what they're going to veto, what they're not going to play, and what they're hopefully getting. So
yeah. I mean, clearly if you're going to be the red team, the higher seed, you definitely want to have TS Beaver Creek as that game number 1 or even that game number 3 just so you have that advantage. But this is Capture the Flag on Countdown. We have the Sniper, the Rockets, and Dave, in the 2011 season, we saw, and it was just imperative to just control the second level of the map. Has things changed now since it is no bloom, no sprint?
Not much. You saw a great play right there out of one of the members of Authority. Get a double kill, get the flag stop. But generally, you're going to see some better cross-mapping from level 3 of the map. That's one of the biggest things you're going to see from no bloom, no sprint. You're still going to want to tend to run at level 2, whether it's through Danger or whether it's through Snipe 2. But, like I said, cross-mapping is going to be much better on this map with no bloom. Because there's such limited lines of sight on this map that the times that you do get to see someone, that bloom hindered that.
Yep. Now from watching the LAN that you attended as well as all the other LANs that took place before this event, I noticed that we didn't get to see a lot of those desperation throwouts because you don't have the sprint to get over to the other base. Now, with that said, you have to make the right decisions throughout the entire game.
Yes, and one of the reasons you do not get to see those sprint throwouts as much is because there used to be so many different openings where you could just jump down from like S3, run through Danger, grab the flag, and toss out the back. You're able to make that route very fast within a matter of seconds. Whereas now, if you drop down and make that run, if anyone spots you, they're going to be able to 5-shot you before you even touch the flag.
Well, now we're taking a look at Status Quo. They have the flag underneath their base. Flood, whatever his name is going to pick up a double kill. He is unable to get the flag return, but Nitro has the Status Quo flag in the base.
Flood clutched that with a sticky nade, man.
Yeah, man. You were all about the sticks back in the day, Walsh.
Instas mainly, but
Instas. I coined the term.
I still take credit for that. Yeah, you know, one of my many Halo inventions.
Yeah, something like that. But nonetheless, now Authority is unable to put that flag in, and Status Quo will answer with the counter cap of their own. That is going to make it 2-0. Authority, they were in the right position, but they did not get the grenades in quick enough, and now it is going to be a 3-on-3 gameplay as the players are coming off the respawn.
I also want to point out how every team is taking the much safer flag route. You see him possibly run this one on the front for the first time, but everyone's gone the Snipe 2 route through the jetpack. And the reason that being is without sprint, a lot of times you can get yourself in that position where you start running at Danger, and as soon as you start getting hit, you can just sprint to S2 and be safe. Whereas now, if you commit to running out the front of the window, you're most likely going to die if someone starts to shoot you. So you see teams taking much safer routes, playing it safer with no bloom and no sprint.
It's really nice to see people actually get punished for their mistakes.
Yes.
And that's something that we just lost entirely in the 2011 season, and now it seems the competitive edge has just been sparked. This is the first time I've actually got to notice that the Rockets were there as well.
I hate to cut you off right there, but Flamesword played that so well. He got a touch on the flag as a distraction, pushed out to the garage door, and helped get Rockets. He realized how important those were. And that just shows maturity in decision-making. They realized, okay, I'm not only going to distract this other team, but I'm still going to be part of helping get these Rockets.
He is the selfless player. He is the team captain. And it's funny, he's playing with 3 main Slayers. And Enable, I talked to him just for a second when we were watching that T-Squared clip, and I go, Enable, so you don't grab Sniper anymore? And he goes, nah, Royal 2's too good with it. I go, what, are you maturing on me? Is that what's happening here?
One thing I want also enables maturity. Like you're saying how he's much smarter he's playing, realizing his strengths, his weaknesses. He has worked on his weaknesses in this off-season. I used to see him take the most ridiculous flanks, just realizing, all right, I got to stay alive, got to get the kills. Like, either that's not having faith in his teammates, and also just not playing very smart. And what he's been doing lately, I see him get flag runs, flag touches. Whereas before in the past season, I would just see him do ridiculously long, unnecessary flanks.
Yep. Well, it has all been about the second level for Status Quo as they are just putting the pressure on Authority. Authority is attempting to get into the Status Quo base, but it is just imperative for Status Quo to make sure that they get this Authority squad, any of the member of Authority, out of their base as quickly as possible.
Agreed. And you'll notice they play it situationally. So, for example, if I'm one of the last Status Quo members and there's 2 guys in my base, I'm going to leave them. I'm going to just try to buy as much time as possible and not force the kill. Whereas if we're outnumbering them, similar like if you read the book Art of War, you're going to take half your army, move it back, and kill them.
So here comes the 4th flag run here. Authorities Nitro is looking to take down Royal 2. Royal 2 is going to get hit by the grenade, pull out a sniper. He's looking to make a big play here. He is now at full red. I don't understand how he's alive, but I guess he's just got an extra little hops. He's wearing his Nikes today.
And I want to point out, this is one of the situations I was talking about with Enable. You saw his screen just a second ago. He's at level 3 and is able to do so much damage. Look how fast Flood dies right there when he goes through front window. I'm not guaranteeing that he would have gotten that cap if he went through jetpack, but you notice how fast they're melting and how they're most likely not going to get this now that they ran it front window.
Flood's coming off the respawn. He has to be careful because the Status Quo members have pushed through the garage door and the front door, and they will be able to get this flag return. But unfortunately for Authority, they have spawned level 3, so this will cancel out Royal 2's attempt of running the flag through the front door.
Yes, and that just shows how they should have ran it through jetpack. Oh. Now, PJ, he got an unfortunate stick right there. But once again, if you have control of S2, you can take the safe route. Just take your time. Let the other team make mistakes. Right now, Authority is just trying to force some different moves. And Status Quo is a team that's going to make many mistakes. They're a team that's holding games with instinct, splitting series with instinct. That's the last land.
Enable now is just waiting for his flag to be returned. He's going to drop it and put down some flyer, and here comes Flood. Flood's going to be cleaned up.
You see how they bait him in 1 by 1 like that? That is exactly how Authority should play it when they run the flag back. This just goes to show the difference in skills between these 2 teams.
Well, the flag has been moved up into the generator or the radio, and now he will be taken out. Oh my, Justin will lose that flag. Royal 2 will get the cover, and they will be able to put in the 4th flag. This is it's just going flawlessly at this point. I mean, rockets are just like the cherry on top of the icing, at this point. Just like, oh, well, we have
not only did you get the flag,
far.
Not only do you have control of the map, but you also get 1 rocket to go with it. Here's your nice bonus.
There is nothing worse than when you rocket the flag when you drop it. Nothing worse. I refuse to run the flag when I have rockets. I refuse.
If you ask me if I dislike rocketing the flag more, if I dislike Joseph Kony, I would say rocketing the flag. That's how much I hate it.
You did not just drop a Cody line. Oh, man, that is hilarious. Well, nonetheless, all 4 members are alive for Authority. They're going to be able to get the flag returned. 2 members are down for Status Quo. Make that 3 as Flame is the only one alive. Royal 2's coming off the respawn. He is spawning level 3. Here comes the nade through the front door. But fortunately for Authority, they will be able to get to the jetpack.
They're running through jetpack. I'm expecting them to get this possibly.
Oh, and Status Quo's going to come in.
Status Quo clutched at the end, but they played that so much smart. I want to give a lot of credit to Authority right there. They played it smart. And even though it didn't go in their favor, they played that correctly.
Yeah, and Walshy, even though Status Quo is most likely going to get this cap, but actually not really because Authority is in a good position. They got this level 3 spawn. How do you anticipate, or what do you do to anticipate that level 3 spawn top?
You just have to have awareness. Obviously, you have a few different areas that they can spawn, either garage door, outside, level 2, under the base, and you just have to narrow it down. You got to trust your teammates' communication and just be like, all right, we know they're not spawning these 2 areas, so which 2 areas are they going to spawn?
Gotcha. Well, Status Quo is going to take game number 2 and advance into winner's bracket round number 3. They have won 2-0, and it is now our NOS performance of the match. Dave, who are we going to crown?
This is a really tough choice. This last game, we saw Royal 2 and Enable step it up. So,
but we did see Flamesword in that game 1 with the killing frenzy and the selfless play to help him get the rockets. You really keyed in on that.
I want to give this one to Royal 2. I mean, even though we saw, like I said, Flame and Snake, or actually Flame especially stepped up in that first game. A lot of their main slayers not doing so well the very first game. I want to give it to Royal 2. He brought it back that second game.
All right, well, Royal 2, you will be rewarded that notable accomplishment here. As we take a look at the stats here, Snakebite 16 and 11, Royal 2 17 and 7, Flamesword 15 and 14, and Enable positive 10 there in that last one, doing an excellent job. Walsh, just kind of like a keys to success there. We noticed that Status Quo very, very rarely went level 3. They pretty much stayed level 2. So it seems like it hasn't changed too much without Sprint.
I noticed Enable went level 3 in case where he spawned and also where his team, where he was outnumbered. So he realized, all right, we're outnumbered right now. I cannot push Snipe 2 because I'm going to get outnumbered. You want to hold down those kind of tight, closed areas when you have numbers because you can force 2-on-1s. You saw how Status Quo, they would just get in their jetpack, especially when they had flag, and then bait and switch. So, for example, they'd draw one of the Authority members in there, double team him, be a very easy kill.
Makes complete sense to me. All right, well, that's going to do it for Winners Bracket round number 2. When we come back, we will have Winners Bracket round number 3, so stay tuned.